In the house are doing. So I just want to talk about the League of Dublin. So this is going talking about in we're talking about this in our constituency in Cavan at the moment. And it's to do with pocket bikes and things like that. So just bear with me because there's a lot to go through. So basically, the pocket bikes, 95% of the pocket bikes around Cavan have cameras to catch people League of Dublin or anything like that. Because it is counted as a league of Dublin, because the pocket bags there, you just don't throw the bags there. That's counted as a league of Dublin, even though some people say it wouldn't be. But it is counted as a league of Dublin. In the eyes of the law, it is counted as a league of Dublin. And you would be fined appropriately for it. Again, it's down to, again, the discussion too is about the lack of enforcement. The majority of fines at Cavan and Mondo go unpaid. These people who are caught in Cavan, the majority of the resources are not there to chase them up. Majority of the time, sometimes the resources are there, sometimes they are caught. But again, it comes down to a few smart Alexes too, that are just keep doing it. Like there's one incident in Cavan, the other side of Cavan, where the same person was caught 6 times doing it, throwing rubbish into the same bag and waving at the camera. So you get what I'm saying. He's kind of a bit of a smart bollocks, and he needs to be taught a bit of a lesson. Again, it's been talked about and it has been said that they should be put in prison. These people who continuously just do it, because again, it costs that man in particular cost the Irish taxpayer €6,000 to clean up all his mess and to get rid of his mess, because he done a good few times in 3 weeks alone. Like it cost €6,000 something. Again, it is expensive. The stuff that we picked up Sunday, a mattress, 25 tires, different bits and bobs. That cost nearly the couch nearly well over €500 to get rid of all that stuff. So again, you can see that, but at least that's, again, people say that's what you pay your road tax for, and I agree, that's what you pay your road tax for, to get rid of the stuff. But again, it's a huge waste of money, because again, people could get rid of it. Tyres go in Cavan up for €5. You can get rid of tyres in Cavan up for €5. That's not deal. That's not too bad. If you have 3 or 4 tyres, €5, €15 for 3 tyres. Not bad at all. And some months it's be free. Some days it's free. And mattresses is not that deal either. Again, it's just down to laziness. And the majority of the people who do this is the thing. These people are rich, and these people just couldn't be asked. And simple as that. One person last week was caught in County Meath. And they have nearly 5 acres of land. And they have nearly 5 feet. I don't know what's land. And they have a huge amount of land. I don't know how would you describe. It must be 5 acres. 5 acres of land? I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm wrong in saying that, but he had a huge land. With 3 or 4 cows. Big mansion of house. Huge grounds, as I was saying. Wasn't poor, making a ridiculous sum of money a month. And he dubs them. He dubs these rubbishes that get rid of it. And again, I was talking about the cameras there. The data protection law, and this is the thing I absolutely despise with the data protection law, because before 2000, last year or the year before, we could put cameras up everywhere we wanted to, where it was legal open. Now I got cameras up in a huge amount of areas which I cover, a huge amount of roads which I cover. But it was a huge fight. I'm telling you, it was a huge fight. It was honestly the biggest. It was, at the end of the day, it was worth it. But the amount of time, the amount of effort it went in trying to get the cameras and putting them there, and to basically force them to do it, because they did that protection law. Because again, it was more or less trying to protect the people who leak it up. Because it's honestly a joke, because it costs less to put up a camera than cleaning up after people who are leak it up, Dublin. That stuff I was saying we picked up on Sunday, that was €500 worth of stuff. Again, it's not cheap. Again, I kept putting up a camera. No, not too much. It's not much at all. But something does need to be done. And again, as I was saying, putting them in jail, people who are continuously league it up, because again, it costs us a huge amount of money to clean this rubbish up and everything. And it's just bad manners. It's just simply bad manners. To do it again, and it's undermining people in tiny towns that does things voluntary. There's some people, unfortunately, in this county that will be caught. They will be caught eventually. Hopefully, please God. Hopefully, I catch them, because I deal with them if I catch them. Who are taking advantage, and this is in the other side of Cavan, who are taking advantage of tiny towns and making them clean up after their mess. After their Saturday night, they just fire the stuff outside their house and leave it for the tiny towns to clean up. And I think that's disgusting. I might as well say straight. And hopefully these people will be caught on camera some of these days, and justice will be solved, and hopefully they'll be taught a bit of a lesson, because I would hope they'd be put on community service, and I would hope they'd be brought back or be broke doing community service. And because these people, need a good town off, and these people need, again, people might say that's a bit harsh, saying that they should be put in community service. But again, at the end of the day, it could go to, this money could go to better use, it could go to better use, could go to help, help thousands, you could help the homeless, it could help a good bit of homeless people. Again, it could go to all that. But unfortunately, it's human, it's humans. The majority of humans do comply, but a few don't comply. I know that sounded a bit weird, that sounded like I'm an alien or something like that. But again, I think some should be put in prison. I might as well say straight. Because I know for a fact I can name off 3 or 4 people. Thankfully, a few have been caught, and a few have been fined. But there's a few very well known people who litter, and they've been doing it for the last, one of them I think even 10 years, to be honest. They have been fined a few times. But, again, majority of the time they don't pay them. And sometimes I might as well be honest with people. I'm not going to sit here and say they don't pay them. Because if they don't pay them, nobody chases them up, unless it's, sometimes I chase some people up on it. But again, it's very, very hard to chase them up. Again, I would say they should be put in prison. The majority of people the people who do it, like first time offenders or anything like that, shouldn't be put in prison. They probably should be just put on community. And made cleaned up, actually, not made cleaning up. They should be made cleaned up. The whole bypass and everything should be made do hard physical labour. But yeah, we have to do something about it, because our countryside is destroyed by people illegal up, and it's unfortunate that people are doing this. Actually, one instant, we went and cleaned up on Sunday. I had to go into a river to clean it. I had to go into a river to get a bag out of the river, because there was a bag floating on the surface of the water. So I went in to get the bag of the surface of water, and again, it just goes to show you they have no respect, these people, just up into the rivers and lakes of our beautiful county, and it's a disgrace to see this happening. And it's a disgrace to see that nothing's been done about it, and it's a disgrace that these people, majority of the time when they do get caught, don't pay the fine, don't face any consequences. It's upsetting. But hopefully sooner or later we get something sorted, but hopefully we can get something, some kind of bylaw, community law that we can get into this county, to make it very, very hard on these people who do this, and make their life very, very hard for them. So yeah, take care everybody, and bye.